What's going on, geeks and gamers? How's the coffee business going? This is Archives Podcast, episode 24. This week, we've got a special guest. Garth, or Magic Man, is going to be joining us. This week, we're also going to be talking about Player Unknown leaving Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. Battlefield competition. We're going to have a media segment, and you know the Am I the Asshole? It's your favorite. So we're going to be running it back.
Yo, it's your main man, Mizzix, coming at you with another hot, fresh one.
Your boy Wenzel.
Hello, Ep24.
All right. So
Real
the first
quick.
thing...
Oh.
Go ahead.
Real quick, just before we started, Garth, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, that wasn't much of an intro, but...
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? How do you know us? What do you like to do? Where are you from? What do you look like, maybe?
What's my address?
Maybe a link? Your mother's maiden name?
Your mother's
Street
maiden
you
name.
grew up on?
Yeah. Well, I know what street you grew up on.
Iowa.
Yeah, I've known these guys for years. I make YouTube videos sometimes. That's about it.
Of course, all those links will be in the description. Maybe you can crack the code before us.
Yeah, if anybody gets a picture, we will pay you.
He's paying for face pics, yeah.
It's OnlyFans, but for Garth. Garth fans.
Only Garth.
Only Garth.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, what do you got,
So,
Wenzel?
I think it was like 2 episodes ago we talked about Call of Duty Vanguard.
Yep.
I believe so.
I do have some new news, and it is not good.
Oh, that's a bit of a stinker. All right.
Yeah. And I know that's going to make a lot of people angry. So my first thing that I've pulled is, so you know you can pack a punch weapons in zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't tell me they're doing it in multiplayer or something.
You can do it in multiplayer.
How does that even work?
$500 ruse gets you an upgrade for whatever gun you have in your hands.
Well, how do you get the money?
Is it like a Warzone pack-a-punch?
No, you just do it from wherever the fuck you are.
What?
And to get money, you know how you kill someone, you get points?
Okay.
It's no money. You get a kill, $100.
So it's sort of like
they
they're
had
trying to
a,
Warzone multiplayer.
No,
There
Go
was
ahead,
kind
Garth.
of like a game mode. It was like kind of arcadey, where if you like pick up their tags and you get points and stuff before in some older Call of Duties. I think it was World War II one.
I remember the one
Kill
from Black
confirmed,
Ops.
I think. Yeah.
So are they turning all multiplayer into like arcadey? You get points and you like buy upgrades and stuff.
yeah,
Like, all game modes. Wow.
correct. You can also use this money to buy kill streaks. So hey, if
Okay.
you're getting absolutely slammed the whole game, but you've managed to kill 15 people, you can just go ahead and buy yourself a...
So here's the question: do you also regularly get kill streaks, or is that just the new way to get? Oh, I got 3 kills. I have enough to either buy a care package or get a red dot sight on my gun or some shit. You know, like, do you know?
Do not.
Okay.
I do have access to the closed beta on
What?
the 15th. Gotta suck enough toes.
Damn.
I can tell you, I do not get kill streaks, so that's not.
Yeah,
a problem for me.
neither do I. I
Well-
will be buying them.
I will
It's
be,
not the first time,
yeah.
because in Modern Warfare 3, they had the support class where it was just like you'd get like UAVs and stuff, and your kill streak would just keep going even if you died. And I
Yeah.
remember it was like 12 kills to get an advanced UAV, regardless of how many times you died.
12 scorer streaks. So you can
Yeah,
like,
that's right,
capture
'cause
flags,
that would
defuse
count
the
as a score.
bomb,
Yeah.
all of that type of stuff.
Very well acquainted with that perk.
Yeah. Well, point streaks make more sense to me, but
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like it. Sounds closer to what's going on than what happened back in the day. Because like now, like if you capture a flag, it's like 200 points or like 250, right? Because capturing a flag is worth like, no matter how you cut it, capturing like the center, B flag is definitely worth more than like just getting a normal kill, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
But like if you just captured like the flag you spawn next to, that's only like 50 points, and rightfully so. I think it should be worth even less, but
It is
It
also
kinda
putting
depends.
it's putting Halo to shame by
What?
launching with 20 multiplayer maps.
Wow.
14 20-player maps, and then 6 2v2 maps.
oh, I was about to ask if most of them were gunfight maps, but
I thought of that one.
because gunfight was pretty fun, but like the maps are really small, so Those are
So
worth like
speaking
maybe
of
1/3 of a normal map.
gunfight, they are adding a new game mode called Champion Hill, where there's 12 teams of 2. Each team gets 12 life per mini match, and I guess there'd be 6 mini matches where it's pretty much gunfight.
Okay.
And whoever wins that moves on to the next tier until
That sounds
you're
really fun.
you're fighting the last team in the middle, and you rotate around through all these the 6 different maps.
Well, that was a Halo game mode too, wasn't it? It was like duos or whatever.
Probably.
Well, duos has been a thing in Halo for a long time, but having like a tournament aspect to it is not anything that's ever been implemented.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
I do like that part of it. Although, yeah, Call of Duty definitely needs some sort of like matchmaking duos.
You're saying their skill-based matchmaking isn't good enough?
Well, that's completely different than having like a section for just 2v2s, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think their skill-based matchmaking is a huge issue. Like I don't think just normal matches should be skill-based at all. I think it should just be like random because there's different times. Like there's a time when I want to be competitive and a time I just want to like mess around with like twin Glocks or whatever.
Akimbo Berettas.
Now I just
Yeah.
need to make a friend, and then I'm set.
Yeah.
And you have to play Call of Duty.
That's the easy part.
All right, so they finally released some information about the campaign. So there's technically 4 sections, but also technically 5. So you get to play as the Americans
Thank
in the
God.
Pacific Theater. You're starting the campaign as a dive bomber, so you actually get to fly around and do dogfights and whatnot.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
That's okay.
You play. The second one is Russian. You're playing as a female sniper battling in the streets of Stalingrad.
It's not
Third.
historically accurate.
No, you're wrong,
No.
Garth. There was a group of females that fought for the
Women
Russian
can't
army.
even shoot guns. It's not a real thing.
I don't think it's possible for a woman to shoot a gun.
Women don't actually exist.
Yeah,
I've never seen one.
it's like
Yeah.
birds. They don't
Women
exist.
are a
There's
conspiracy
government.
theory.
Government
Uh-oh.
trying to control us.
Mm-hmm.
The next is the Australian campaign.
Australia also doesn't exist.
No,
I would believe that statement.
I think Activision is trying to push American propaganda.
Yeah, female Russian soldiers, Australia, and British.
No, not female Russian. Females.
Oh yes.
In
general.
So
females
Russia
as a whole.
exists.
Russia is
Well,
fine. We
you
know Russia exists.
Hold on, there's kind of some debate going on whether Russia really exists. Have you ever
mean,
seen
not-
Russia?
Maybe I won't for long, but
Have you ever seen Russia?
We're not getting Russian ammo anymore, so wherever Russia was,
Well,
they're
look,
gone
I'm telling
now.
you, boys. I've been
I'm
to
not
a few
rushing
places in
around
the
anymore.
world, and I have never seen Russia.
FPS Russia wasn't real, so
Yeah.
He wasn't. That's right. That's right.
He was a phony.
Exactly.
you got me thinking now.
sorry about that.
Really?
I had to yell at my neighbors outside.
Oh,
What are they doing?
I don't want to know.
Oh,
well, you hold on. You said that your neighbors were female. Maybe that's a government conspiracy.
Yeah, they're
Ask them to
spies.
shoot a gun.
They're spies.
Oh, okay.
Ah. So they're also trying to take since they've already stabbed at Halo with releasing more maps on launch. They tried taking a stab at Battlefield by
Oh,
increasing their destructible environment,
Oh no, Levolution.
but they drastically missed.
What do you mean?
Their destructibility is on the same level as Rainbow Six Siege.
You can only punch like a
so
doorway.
yeah. So what? You can punch a hole in the wall.
Yep. And they said they improved on their ballistics, so you can different calibers can shoot through different walls.
I feel like that should. I feel like at least that there just needs to be like a standard.
Yeah.
And if you're like, nobody cares about. I mean, obviously people do. Like we had this talk before about it's Call of Duty. People are going to buy it because it's Call of Duty
Yeah.
or whatever. But like there needs to be some kind of okay, like we been there, done that. Like we can all agree, no matter what game, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, blah blah blah. that this is where the baseline is now. You can punch a hole in a wall and shoot through it. Your shotgun doesn't shoot through, a steel wall. Your sniper rifle maybe shoots through a steel wall. Blah, blah, there
That
needs
should
to
be
be some
pretty
kind
standard.
of
It should just be common sense to every developer at this point. Like, I get maybe like 20 years ago when they were just starting making games, or like 2009. I remember like COD 4 was pretty revolutionary. But like now, all that stuff should be really common sense to anyone playing a game or anyone making a game. Like sniper, big bullet, goes through more stuff. Shotgun, tiny little bullets, doesn't go through much.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a gun expert.
Do you really want it where you're trying to move into a room and you just die all of a sudden? You don't know what from though.
Apparently, you've never played Tarkov.
No, I have not. But if you're on the other side of it, I don't want to just get shot.
That's a little different. Like Halo has different kind of map designs, right? Where they have like just steel walls everywhere, right? And if I'm just surrounded by like huge steel and concrete walls, then I can assume like I'm not gonna get shot through any wall, right? And that's like a different level of game design than like a lot of these Call of Duty maps are like these tiny, or not, I want to call them like the size of the steel buildings, but it's like a little steel building where the wall is just like a piece of sheet metal, you know? And you can shoot through any piece of sheet metal with like a tiny little gun, you know? So if you're going to make a game like that...
Metal.
What?
A 22 will go through sheet metal.
Exactly my point, is that like if a 22 will go through sheet metal, then like any gun pretty much besides birdshot should also be able to go through sheet metal.
Birdshot.
I'm going to change my position on this. The worst thing in Call of Duty is door campers. If I could just shoot the door, like side of the door frame, and the guy dies, I'll take it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that now.
There we go.
That's all you need.
So I noticed. So when Modern Warfare came out, the 2019 Call of Duty came out, they really upgraded the big team battle, because before the big team battle was just like normal multiplayer, but with more people, you know. But big team battle, when Modern Warfare came out, was like there was vehicles and it was huge maps and there was like a little bit of a storyline and there was a little bit of progression throughout the multiplayer game. So maybe they're just trying to like upgrade that experience a little bit more, because that was pretty fun. It was definitely a lot more like Battlefield and not more like a big Call of Duty match.
But one of my biggest problems with this Call of Duty is they have openly said this is not a historically accurate World War II game. Which I feel like if you're making a World War II game, you kind of have to have it that way.
Yeah,
so what? It's just... Go ahead.
I was going to say, that part kind of grinds my gears. Like, if you're going to make a World War II game, then, like, at least make it somewhat accurate, you know? But don't just say that, like, you're going to ignore all the facts to make your own reality and then, like, and all it really is an excuse to do a shitty job, you know?
I think expectations are actually different between Call of Duty and Battlefield, because Call of Duty, they've done future stuff. So you're not expecting them to be hardcore history.
They're making their own. If they want to make their own realities, then that's different than like making a game about a war. You know, like a real war actually happened.
Battlefield, they've only really ever done the past, so you expect them to like actually follow history. But when Call of Duty goes into the future and they kind of go back and forth, I kind of like, okay, as long as I have cool guns to shoot, I don't care.
I think that you need to do one of two things if you're going to make a World War II game, or if you're going to make any time period game. Excuse me. You need to either follow the actual history and what actually happened, or you need to your shtick needs to be this is what would have happened if such and such XYZ had happened instead, or what if we lost D-Day? What if we did blah blah blah? Like
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You need to be setting that from the beginning. That it's
like
like a twist.
What is it? The game from Bethesda. What is it?
Descriptive.
Starts with a W.
Dishonored?
No, not Dishonored. It's Wolfenstein, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with the Nazis.
Because they're like, the Nazis won. This is what we think would have happened, right?
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense, right? You're like, this is what they think would happen. But you can't be like, everything's the same except for everything we fucked up. That's our own interpretation, right? It's like, no, you're just a shitty game designer is what it is, in my opinion, you know?
And the other thing they're attempting is, so you got the American in the Pacific, the Russian in the Stalingrad, the Australian is in Africa, and the British guy is on D-Day. Somehow, some way, shape, or form, after you've beat all of their mini campaigns, you do one last big mission, and they're all there.
I'm not a big fan of the little missions.
I would much rather they plot me down as the American, and I get to go fight all these different fronts. I could care less about hopping around to all these different random fronts.
Did you enjoy Battlefield 4 more than like Battlefield 1 campaign? Because Battlefield 1, you're different characters, little storylines.
I enjoyed
Battlefield 4, it's like actually building up a good story, and even though the campaign's ending was kind of lame, but
Battlefield 4 had an amazing story.
I didn't like the ending though. I just finished it recently.
Who did you kill?
It's like anticlimactic. Well, that's spoilers. I don't know. I honestly don't even remember. Oh, I know. Okay, yeah.
Who'd you kill?
The Irish guy. I feel like he'd be mad at me if I would sacrifice the Asian lady.
I killed her.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even think about it.
But it doesn't matter because it was right at the end. So who cares?
Yeah.
And they're never going to come back to it. So it doesn't matter.
What you think? Battlefield 2042 is going to be
There
led
you
by
go.
they're going to ask.
There's going to be a ghost of an Irish guy.
No, they're going to ask before you even load into it. Be like, who did you kill?
Games have done that. What is that, Mass Effect or something?
Yep. The Mass Effect. Say if you played, I'm just going to use a random number, Mass Effect 3, finished it, and then you played 4, 4 would ask to read your old data.
Oh, okay.
And
that's so cool. I didn't actually never.
You got to romance those characters. You got to transfer over your romance.
It's going to remember who you put your repeater in. Your 22 millimeter repeater.
I don't even remember who I.
So
never. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
So I did a playthrough of Mass Effect last year on my playthrough channel, and I remember that. Yeah. So I skipped to like 2 or 3 or something, and I thought it was really cool that they were able to like continue the story based off where you left off. That was definitely one of the coolest things ever in gaming. But I remember they only really narrowed it down to like 13 decisions. It wasn't like that, and like a lot of those decisions were not very like impactful. It was like, does this chick hate you or does she hate you? Okay, well she likes you, so she'll give you blowjobs from now on. But like. A lot of it was not really. It was like 3 things that were like very impactful, and other than that, it was like not very It was very minor stuff, you know.
Right.
I feel like more games need to do that for sure.
I agree.
Like I played the old Telltale games; those were great.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them.
Like if you're like the Fallout games, it'd be super cool if like in New Vegas you like annihilated the Legion, right? And so then like they just aren't even involved, right? In 4. But, like, if in New Vegas you were like, oh, I love the Legion, right? Because they're on the other side of the Colorado River. So maybe they, like, spread out to, you know, Massachusetts or whatever because they're just killing everyone or whatever. Like, that'd be pretty cool. And then, obviously, a lot of people have multiple Fallout playthroughs. So you could have, like, playthroughs where they aren't really involved or whatever.
Yeah, that would be so fucking sick.
Speaking of a good story, so I know none of you played Call of Duty Cold War. I think I'm the only one.
Call of Duty I played was Ghosts.
Ooh, I like.
What was the World War II one?
Call of Duty World
Which
War
one?
II.
Oh, was it? Okay, that's the one I played.
Well, there was World at War, and then World War II.
Well, I guess I played a little bit of.
You played World War II actually.
Probably.
I played a little bit of Black Ops 4 exclusively for zombies.
So, Cold War. They delved into the zombies universe more and dug up more of the story. And in Vanguard, they're continuing on with the zombies story.
Is it the same developer? I thought only Treyarch did zombies. Is that just not a thing anymore?
No, they're the ones that are in control of zombies.
And so it's just Treyarch 2 years in a row? Didn't we just get a Treyarch game?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I thought it would switch Treyarch and Activision.
So,
when did that stop?
when Infinite or Advanced Warfare came out, it became a 3-year cycle with Sledgehammer. I don't know if they stopped that at some point, but I think Sledgehammer was also doing a zombies mode.
They may have done.
It became a 3-year cycle when Advanced Warfare came out because obviously the game's getting more advanced and they need more time every iteration.
Yeah, because they're. I was reading Treyarch did the last zombies, and they did the main zombies, and then Sledgehammer did the open world zombies. And now Treyarch is going to be continuing the zombie storyline in Vanguard.
Okay.
They've
say
changed
something
it.
unpopular a little bit. I don't like the zombies. It's
Get out.
too cartoony, arcadey. I like Modern Warfare with the what was that called? It was like
Like the
Operations
Modern
or something.
Spec Ops? Which Modern Warfare?
It was like Spec Ops or something. Yeah, what was
I like
their
Spec
version of
Ops a
zombies?
lot. I think Spec Ops
Those
is
were
pretty
fun.
underrated.
That was
Although
Spec Ops was
there's
cool.
not a whole lot of storyline development. It's like you'd play like this 1-2 minute mission and
Has zombies just gotten to like I like the old zombies. This one's kind of gotten to like arcadey, like game showy, like wacky, right? That's what I feel like.
They definitely have taken out of, especially when they went to the open world, they took out a lot of the like, I'm in a destroyed theater surrounded by zombies and there's blood all over the place. Now I'm just like, oh, I'm in a car driving down a road because I need to go do this little side thing before I can go kill the big zombie in this area.
Maybe I just want it to be scarier. It seems kind of too wacky for me lately. I don't know. Wasn't one actually like a game show or something? Like their zombies version?
They were in I think in the first Black Ops, there was a DLC that made it so. Yeah, because it had
It was like cameras and stuff, I think.
Yeah, there were actors trying to film something,
Oh, okay.
and one of them was Danny Trejo.
I think that
Playing
was part of
Machete.
like the storyline though, is that like they were acting out like a zombie movie, and then like it just so happened like all the zombie stuff just started popping off in the world. I don't think that was.
Mighty convenient.
But I am looking at it on Wikipedia. It is a 3-year cycle, and I think Sledgehammer is just adding zombies to their games also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense because they left him out for a couple of games, and
Yeah, one of their games they took zombies out, and then I think, I think it was like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops. Yeah, I think it was Black Ops 3, maybe Black Ops 4. They took out zombies and replaced it with the Battle Royale mode.
That was
Maybe it was Black Ops 4.
that was Modern Warfare.
no
Modern Warfare
Blackout.
never had zombies.
No, Modern Warfare had a Battle Royale.
No, so that's Modern Warfare. That's Warzone was always a mode. Or not
Okay.
always, but like it came out like a few months after, but they were never expected to have zombies.
Oh, okay. I knew Modern Warfare didn't have zombies.
I think
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 had Blackout.
Oh, that's right. They called it something different.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was literally called Blackout.
I liked another unpopular opinion.
Black Ops 4 was Call of Duty Blackout.
Yep. I liked Call of Duty Ghost, and I liked their little alien game mode.
I liked
think-
Ghost 2 also, but I was playing it for like the competitive scene. I wasn't really like into the
Oh, so you
I
played it
forget
for
what they
like 3
called it.
weeks.
What?
So you
What
played it
was
for
that?
like 3 weeks then.
What are you
Extinction
talking
or
about?
something?
Yep. Yeah, I was making fun of Ghost because it didn't last that long.
Man, I was playing it into the summer. I went to MLG Anaheim for Ghost.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Extinction is what it was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was a
It
good
wasn't
game mode.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't. It's not something
It
to
wasn't-
write home about.
It wasn't zombies, and that's what I wanted.
They were trying to like mimic zombies, but it wasn't as good as zombies, obviously.
Because I remember buying all the DLC packs for it, so me and Mac and Riley could all know life it and finish the little story it had.
Why are they treating zombies like it's such a huge thing? Takes a lot of work. They make so much money. They could just throw zombies in every game, right? It'd be less special, sure, but like they have the money to hire. Like they have so many studios working on these games. Why are they limiting
That's a good
features
question.
so much?
Like,
That was kind of what I was gonna say, because you were like, "Oh, well, it's they have to have a 3-year cycle because the game is so complicated." It not like Call of
Is
Duty
it?
literally doesn't make millions of dollars a year. I think if they wanted to, they could afford to fucking.
They didn't even add a campaign in the last. Like,
Yeah,
what are
like,
they doing?
They literally.
That's a good
literally
question.
make Millions
I think
upon
they're worried
millions
about
of
sexual
dollars.
harassment lawsuits rather than worried about making games right now. But
We're really
We
good at
talked
these
about that.
sexually
Well, then
harassing
maybe they should
women.
have just made the damn game in the first place and stopped worrying. Remember, we already said this. Girls don't exist, especially not in the video game studios. Come
especially
on.
not at the video game studio. That's
You
right.
can't
That's
sexually
just
harass them if they don't exist.
Yeah.
Some spies in there dressed up as what we think a girl
Hello,
is.
fellow humans. I am female.
I have the booba.
All right.
So moving on to the next one. Do you think games these days, like in the past 5 years, have only been made for the competitive scene? Like there hasn't really been a casual game produced in forever.
Negative.
They're pandering to it. They're hoping it catches on with competitive.
Jordy, you said negative as in all games are competitive now?
No, I'm saying like no, they're so here. So if you balance a game towards a competitive scene, then it'll inherently be balanced for like bad players. But if you make a game so that it's only good for bad players, then it doesn't work the other way. Then like obviously all the really good players are going to be able to like just abuse all the systems that you've totally made.
But are you killing the game before it comes out if it's too hard for normal people?
Because that's why skill-based matchmaking is like implemented in every game so that you get matched with people at your skill level. Because they'll balance it so that it's good for the people at the top, and then so that will inherently balance it for everyone at lower skill levels.
I feel
It only works one way.
Quake's kind of like that. That's kind of my argument. Quake's too hard for normal people. Isn't it super competitive though?
I mean, I've played Quake a little bit, and my main complaint is that there's not enough people playing it. I've played Quake
Because it's too geared towards competitive, I think.
But I've only played it for like 2 hours, and it was really fun.
Oh,
The
okay.
issue is I just couldn't get a match. And I'd just be waiting for like 30 minutes to start like a 1v1 or whatever. Or maybe like an 8-person free-for-all, and it would just take forever. But I really enjoyed it. It reminds me a lot of Splitgate, but without the crappy portal mechanic.
That seems to get more popular. Is that game geared towards more competitive play?
Absolutely.
Splitgate? Okay.
My thing about it is that the portals are just way overpowered, and I'm not really enjoying it. Like, you can have portals in a game and have it be like a unique thing, which obviously there's not a lot of... I think it's the only FPS game with like a portal mechanic in it, but it's just ridiculous. Like, it's instantaneous travel across the map, and it's like, it's not that... I don't want to say it's hard to hear someone, but it's also not like easy to hear someone when like if someone's gonna portal through a map, like it should be very audible, and also like you can't put a portal over someone else's portal. You have to have a grenade to do it, and the grenades don't do any damage to any players. All they do is close portals.
Halo has teleporters. It's had those forever.
Yeah, but those
I feel
can
like
only
they could
go
easily
from one
kill.
spot to another.
Okay, so how do the portals work in Splitgate?
You can just so there's like walls and there's like special walls, but these special walls are like pretty much all over the place, and you can just set up your own portal to wherever you want.
Oh.
And it's like
so what if Halo
instantaneous-
added like you could just throw a teleporter on the ground and it'd take you
That
somewhere?
would be ridiculous. It would have to
Wouldn't it
be
be the same
super
thing?
loud. It would have to let like everyone know
Okay.
this guy is portaling. You know, it'd be like, hey, this idiot over here put a portal down. Come kill this guy.
He's portaling over here.
Yeah, that's really the only way it would make sense is if it like it completely announces it to everyone that this guy is portaling and where he's portaling to. Otherwise, you know, there's no way it would be like fair for a competitive match.
That just helped me prove my point that video games these days are made towards the competitive side.
I actually
yeah.
think that it's kind of the other way.
Think so?
So like, I don't know. Like, game designers do not make their money from pro players.
No, they do not. They lose money.
They
on
want,
anything.
what do they want to do? At the end of the day, they're a business, and you know what? They work for these big companies, Activision, EA, blah blah blah. Right? These companies are in it to make money. What they want to do, the bottom line, they want to sell as many copies of their game to random little kid that is begging
Those
his mom
loot box
for Halo for Christmas or whatever the hell, right? Like they want to make this game as accessible and as profitable as they can, and they're going to make that as easy as they can for new players to be able to jump in. And because think about it, like you get a new game, oh, this is pretty cool, yeah. Oh, but I keep dying. I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to spend money to buy skins or whatever the fuck. I'm just going to stop playing, right? I'm going to go
I
get
agree with
something
you,
else.
Patrick.
Well, that's
Because
what I was
every
saying.
game's coming out now has bots, and pro players aren't playing against bots. And
Yeah.
I play Gears, And there's so many people, all they do is sit there and play bots all day because they're easy to kill and they get XP. Like, they're not playing ranked mode. There's ranked and there's bots. They're pandering to both.
Yeah, ranked is there for the people that want it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about money. And pro players are not how they're making their money.
Halos, they're coming with bots too. So, and pro players aren't going to play that. So maybe it's going to be different. There's ranked in Halo. So
that's what I was saying, is that like, so the pro players will do all the work and they'll tell the developers what's balanced, what's not balanced, what's broken, what needs to get fixed. But then the developers also, what they have to do is make these skill-based matchmaking, because if you're just like up against pro players and then you like a pro player is facing some rando, then obviously that's also not going to work either, right?
Oh yeah, well I don't disagree that there is that, they are also catering to the more competitive audience.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, the games are being designed in such a way that it is easily accessible, and it is much easier for somebody to pick up the game for the first time and go and still,
Yeah, they're like, this is our game. If you want to try hard, go to the ranked mode over there. But we're going to put bots in loot boxes in this side. This is the main part of the game.
We're going to cater to all little Timmy because that's where the money
is. We're going to Fortnite
got a credit
right
card.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say they're pandering to the competitive scene, but I just want to say they're kind of using it to their advantage. Because there's people with a passion for it who are going to figure out all these things that developers aren't going to, figure out. And they'll basically balance the game for them. And all the developers have to do is listen to the competitive scene and make sure that people are matched up with other people in their skill level. And that's pretty much all you have to do. It's that simple.
All those players who are like, I found the easiest spot where you can just stand here and no one will see you.
Yeah.
Upload a video, and the next thing you know, it's fixed the next day.
Well, I feel like a lot of these like arena games failed at like the same time. Like Cliff Bleszinski came out with one. Like there was a bunch of them. Some caught on, but there was so many that failed because they were all trying to cater to like competitive, right? It was like 4v4. Like, what was his failed game? I can't remember. But there was some that caught on, and it's too much of a gamble, I think. So they're like, we're gonna go the opposite direction.
Talking about CS:GO?
No, it was a bunch of these like it's like Overwatch type of games a little bit. We have like classes and stuff though. Lawbreakers, that's what it was. That failed like huge. There was a bunch of games that like that.
Yeah, I never even heard it.
But there was a bunch of them like that catered to the more hardcore audience, and they just flopped and lost a ton of money. So now they're going the opposite direction. I feel like we're putting bots in, social matches, big matches, like stuff like that, like more for the average person, which is probably better.
Yeah,
better deal.
Jordy, you're up.
All right, so PlayerUnknown has left PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
What's
PUBG.
his name? Brendan Green? Something like
It
that,
is.
right?
It's that guy. So he left PUBG, right? Obviously, PUBG was like his baby. He had a long history in Battlegrounds games. So obviously, I think you guys know the history, so I'm going to quickly glaze over it. So he started on DayZ Battlegrounds in 2013. He's actually living in Brazil and trying to save up to buy a plane ticket home back to Ireland. And so he was making DayZ Battlegrounds, and then he caught on with his success, and Sony hired him to make a Battle Royale mode for H1Z1, which is, again, a huge success. So a Korean company hired him to make his own Battle Royale game, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, right? And so then he made that. That was a success. I remember we were playing that back in, like, 2018, 2019, and the company that hired him was in Korea. And
Tencent, I think.
I don't think it was Tencent because that's a Chinese company.
Oh, I don't remember then.
But I don't remember the name of the company either. But
not important.
But I remember I was in Korea when the game was huge, and I was seeing like billboards for like the new map that came out, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever because I was
seriously that's fucking sick.
Yeah, there was like billboard. I think it was like Hanok or whatever. And I was
Hanoi.
like, oh man, what?
No, Hanoi was a Black Ops 1 map.
Yeah, Hanoi is like a city in Vietnam or something.
Also that.
And I remember I thought that was like the coolest thing ever because like I'd seen like gaming billboards, but it was at like MLG events or like near a GameStop or whatever, you know? But this is just at like some rando subway station, and I'm getting like advertisement for PUBG, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Like I'd never seen anything like it. And Now he's starting his own studio, and he says he's going to be exploring new technology and gameplay. So do you think that he's going to be coming out with like the next hottest game? Because battle royales have really taken off, right?
The problem is he has to beat out Activision Blizzard.
Is it taking off or dying down? Because only a couple are left that are big. PUBG, Call of Duty, like these battle royals are.
No, but
like,
he's given up on PUBG. He's making his own new thing. He's starting
but
his
is he
own
making a
new
new
game
thing too
studio.
late?
What?
Is it too late? Like I feel like there's
He's
only the
not
big
working on
dogs
battle
left.
royale games. He's working on new technology and new gameplays.
That's so vague.
It is very vague.
We're a technology company. What do you do?
I think that so obviously PUBG wasn't the best. It was pretty glitchy. The gameplay, like, it wasn't very fast. You'd be like hiding in circles for like 15 minutes, and then you get into like one really intense gunfight, and then it was like if you win, you go on to like the next circle, and maybe you do that 3 times and win. But other than that, you spend like 20 minutes looking for attachments.
They made a ton on mobile though, right? It was like billions or something.
They did. So
I still remember the win I got. No loot. I had accidentally glitched myself underneath the map.
Yeah.
And I got a win like that because the last guy died before I did.
Nice.
I think there's a video of it somewhere. I'll have to find it.
I remember the video. I think it is somewhere.
So good.
So I think that he's probably going to come out with some new thing, and it's not going to be like the best thing ever, right? But he'll have some new concept because it seems like he's good. He's like a concept guy, but he's not like an action guy, right? Like every game he's made has been super glitchy and like not very well polished. Like I remember even H1Z1, like it's a game made by Sony, and like I was falling through the bottom of buildings because like the floor didn't work or whatever.
Yeah, I can't wait to play his game then.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think his games are going to be that good. I think his concepts are going to be good. And
guys,
like he'll come up with a good
Dead,
concept,
but different.
He'll come up with like a good concept, and then like Activision will see, hey, that's a good concept. We're gonna take that but make it better, and that's what I'm excited for.
You're excited for them to steal his idea?
Exactly, because he's not an execution guy; he's an idea guy.
He's an idea, okay.
You know, I know that's kind of a meme, but what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for him to start his own thing, or do you think he's just kind of been a battle royale guy and that's just been like?
Was he a one-hit wonder?
Thing? Maybe he
I don't know. I mean, he kind of did the BR stuff like before. You know, he was kind of the first
for almost
person.
10 years. Like he started 8 years ago.
Like, yeah, kind of the first person to do that.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, who knows? That would be. Yeah, I think that's a really. Who knows what he's got up in the old noggin, right? Like it could be anything. Like, yeah, I'm pretty excited. That's super cool.
That could have been it. Like,
maybe that is right. Just like the battle royale guy.
It's a battle royale, but there's dinosaurs.
Yeah, maybe he's just a battle royale guy.
You pick up different dinosaurs.
You gotta find like different eggs around the map.
Pokemon battle royale, go!
Yeah,
guys, stop giving my ideas away.
Dang. All right, so we're staying on the Asian continent in the same country. So South Korea has stopped platforms from banning in-app payment systems. So like Apple, their App Store, and the Google Play Store currently in America, they ban people from having like their own in-app purchasing system without giving Apple or Google a 30% cut. And so this has some big implications because I don't know if you guys remember, but we talked about it on one of our earlier podcasts. There's a lawsuit going on, Epic versus Apple, whereas Epic doesn't want to pay the ridiculous fees that Apple requires to be on the App Store because they have to give Apple 30% of all their V-Bucks sales if they want to be in the Apple App Store. And
Apple's like free money.
Korea has banned that business practice. If you want to make your own in-app purchasing system and not give any of those platforms a cut, then that's totally fair. So do you guys think this is a good thing?
They're siding with Fortnite then?
They are. At least
cool.
in their country, yeah.
But then can't Apple be like, fine, then we just won't have you on our service there?
I mean, yeah, they can just ban them off the service if they want, which is what they've done in America. They haven't been on the App Store for like a year.
They made their own thing, right? Their own launcher or whatever app.
They have for Android, but Apple,
okay.
unless you jailbreak your phone, you can't download apps outside of the
I
App Store.
jailbreak my phone for Fortnite.
Yeah, a lot of people have done, or I don't want to say a lot of people, but some people have done that. If they have an iPhone, then you have to jailbreak your phone to keep playing Fortnite to get the updates. Because ultimately, what they were banned off the App Store was for what they did is they changed the price of V-Bucks. They upped it by 30% for Apple users. And the Google Android, you could just download it off of like their website or whatever, because you can do that on an Android. You can just download whatever app you want. It doesn't have to be off the Google Play Store.
Well, people that are buy Apple products are used to paying more anyway for nothing, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah, well, they took it off. They took it off the App Store. You haven't been able to play it for like almost a year.
That means everyone in here but Patrick can all play Fortnite together on our phones.
You guys go right ahead. Let me know.
I play Fortnite. No.
So do you guys think the law is like a good thing or a bad thing that Korea is implementing?
Well, I hate microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to side with the Koreans on this one.
Okay.
Team Korea.
Only the southern ones, though.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Patrick?
Yeah, I don't mind. I definitely I don't know. It kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of like. I don't know if I don't know. How. Let me think how I want to phrase this.
Well, here, let me go. I'll go before you. So I'm against it, right? Because I think free markets are a good thing, and they inspire change, right? And when you force people to take a system that doesn't work and kind of like force it into something that works, you just get something that's not as good as what it could have been, right? So if you think about Steam also takes a 30% cut of.
True.
They'll take a 30% cut of your game sale, right? So like Rust, we're all playing Rust, and they'll just take 30% of that sale, and they'll give you a 5% discount if your game goes over $5 million a month. Or if your game goes over $50 million a month, they'll give you another 5%. So you can get a 20% deal if you're doing over $50 million a month. But if you're just doing like, a couple sales here and there, then they're going to take 30%. But from what I could find, they do not take any in-app purchases. So all the skins we buy, they go directly. They're all going directly to our guy, right? Making our skinning our boxes so we can keep our meds organized.
You sell a skin, they take a cut.
Daddy Helk.
Yeah.
You know what? It hurts to say, but I'm siding with Apple. They have the right to take a cut.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Small government. I don't want a government telling businesses what to do.
But
they are being greedy. They are greedy.
They are greedy. But if you're gonna make a phone and you're gonna put this app on the phone where people can go and find other apps, right? Like that is a service. It's inherently on the phone. They've gone through all of this stuff, right? And
yeah, make your own phone then. Fortnite phone.
Well, I'm gonna say a lot of people complain.
It's a pickaxe.
A lot of people complain that there's too many apps on the App Store, right? Even if you look up an app by its name, a lot of times you can't find it, right?
Or like 20 others also show up.
So I don't think the problem is that there's too many apps, right? I think we're all in favor of more apps and more competition. I think the issue is that there's a shitty way to sort them, and that they've had no incentive to sort out these apps. And if you want to make like your own app store and get your own users, then I think you can do that, And if some company like Microsoft wants to make the micro store or whatever, and
if a better one comes along, they'll put it on there for sure. That's free market.
That's what I'm saying, is that these other companies could come along and do it, because all Steam does, they don't make any computers, right?
That's what Epic did. They made their own thing.
They make the Steam machine, but no one's buying that garbage. The vast majority of people are going on Google Chrome and they're downloading Steam, and then Steam is taking a 30% cut of every sale, or down to 20 if you're doing a lot of sales, right?
Yeah.
So I just think that I think it's a good intention, but I think if it was like a Samsung, which is a Korean company, the Koreans would not be going after their own. I think they're just trying to hurt, or maybe not hurt, but maybe they're trying to hinder American free markets, and they're trying to get a cut of every Korean sale. Money. Because they're taking a 3% cut of the marketplace if they ban in-app payments.
Mobile games are huge in other countries compared to us. It's crazy.
Which is why I think it's a good service, because like any of us here would be able to download our own app system, right? Say there was the micro store and we were downloading our own stuff and it was like $1 cheaper. I think we would all do that, right? But none of us are playing mobile games.
Do you guys play mobile games? Other than that Fallout Shelter, like that's it? Or Pokemon Go back in the day?
I was playing
Like I don't really
Shadow
play mobile
Legends a little bit, but other than that,
games.
no.
Okay.
Let's play Raid Shadow Legends. Start now for free. Sorry.
This podcast not brought to you by.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
No, I was playing Clash of Clans for a little while, for a few months. I had started again. I don't know, maybe 8 months ago. Like we played back in high school, and then some of the other guys I play Rust with had also played in high school, and they're like, "Yeah, we should start that up again." So we all played for a few months.
But did you spend real money? Did you buy anything?
I probably like $10.
That's not enough. You're not a whale. I've spent zero money on mobile games, so we're definitely not the target audience for this. I don't play Fortnite, so sorry.
Yeah, I think really what the services they provide is like people who are not tech savvy at all are on their phone and play games, and they make it easy for app developers to put their app in touch with those people is really the service they provide. And if they don't make that money on the back end, then they're just going to have to charge more on the front end, which is ultimately, I'm sure, what Samsung wants, is they want the other companies to have to provide more on the front end, which would ultimately make Samsung more competitive, at least in Korea.
Yeah, makes sense.
But how many people are going to pre-order the Steam Deck?
I did.
Oh yeah, at least one.
I'm gonna buy it with Steam or with Rust skins, okay?
With Steam skins?
Okay.
Steam skins.
I do
Little
love a
cards
good
for
Steam
5
skins.
cents.
Yep. Next.
Alrighty, so I don't know if you guys have heard the news. Our boy, Timmy the Tatman, has switched.
I heard about this today.
He has switched to YouTube gaming. So personally, I have not been watching a lot of Twitch streams lately. I've been only pretty much watching the Dr. Disrespect on YouTube Gaming. So, do you guys think this is a good thing that people are switching to YouTube Gaming, or do you think it's just kind of like splitting up the streaming scene where like people are you don't really know where to look at for people at now because you kind of lose track of people, honestly.
You'll follow who you want to watch, though.
Okay.
Well, we just said competition's good, so
I mean, I
Twitch
think it
also
is,
gets pretty greedy.
but
they do some
it's
dumb
kind
stuff.
of anti-competitive to keep all the videos and all the streamers on one platform, you know. But I'm kind of happy because I mean I've been watching Twitch for a while, but it seems like their rules are not equally enforced, and the rules are kind of odd.
Yeah, definitely.
And so
And a slight
happy
infraction could be really bad for you.
Well, it seems like some infractions, like the rules
They're
are
not
not
consistent,
very consistent. Well, not only that, but the rules don't really make sense because it seems like for sexual stuff, you can push it a lot further than like if you insult someone's identity. Like if I call someone a faggot, I'm pretty much banned
boy.
instantly.
Beep.
You know? Yeah, like I'm pretty much instantly banned off Twitch. You know? But like if I'm walking around like a titty streamer, you know, like I could be doing that for months in my pool. And like that's not even a big deal.
There is literally a hot tub section.
Yeah, like I logged into
you know?
Twitch one time and I'm like looking at this chick with her tits out in her pool and I'm like, I'm here to watch Fortnite, man. Like what is going on? You know?
How is this?
Those aren't sick 90s.
Yeah.
It's not cranking sick 90s.
Yeah. And it's not like you said before, like the rules are not consistently applied either. So I'm happy that YouTube is snatching people up, even if it means that all of the gaming content will be on, you know, one site, and it's pretty much a monopoly.
Do you think they paid him to come on over?
Oh, they paid him boatloads of cash.
Absolutely.
I know
really?
for sure because
Yeah.
Dr. Lupo, like 2 days beforehand, announced that he was switching to YouTube Gaming, and what he pretty much said is he has a family, and after this YouTube Gaming deal, his family and his kids will never have to worry about money ever again, and they'll be set for
Generational
life.
wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and Tim has some kids too, so I'm sure that had some impact on his decision. But also, he had previously complained about not playing with his good friend Dr. Disrespect because Twitch has rules about playing with banned streamers.
People, yeah.
So, good thing, bad thing. I think good thing, even if it means more.
YouTube has a
monopoly.
lot of work to do, though. With
I think they have less work to do than Twitch.
streaming.
I
No,
think
well,
what
it's
Twitch
easier
has
to
is a
find
user
someone
base right now.
streaming. Yeah.
Have you been to the
YouTube
Explore
UI
section
money.
lately?
No.
Because if you click on the little 3 bars on the left on YouTube and click Explore, there's a gaming section, and it's got pretty much all the same features as
Oh, so they're working on it then.
And you can click on a game you want, and you'll see live streamers like right now.
I do like in your subscription feed, just shows someone at the top when they're streaming. So
that's really cool too. Yeah.
So they are working on it. That's good. On the front page, what the hell is this?
Hey.
Minecraft has more viewers than Fortnite.
That's how you know it's a good platform.
Yeah. And something called Free Fire has 45,000? What is this game?
Free Fire.
Free Fire.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, you know.
Is this just another version of Fortnite?
Probably.
Oh yeah, it's totally Fortnite PUBG.
But does it cater to the hardcore audience? No.
Probably. It looks like it. It looks pretty sweaty. This dude's got like a monkey or a cat. He's got like an AK-47 on his back. This dude has angel wings. They're throwing down snow walls.
Okay. So.
This is not in English either.
So, I got another serious topic, right? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know if you guys... We haven't played Apex Legends in a while. I know you and me, Wenzel, we used to play it a little bit, kind of hardcore last year during the pandemic.
That's the game I was trying to think of when they actually succeeded going competitive.
I tried to play a little bit. I mean, I have played it probably more recently than you guys, I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of my friends from work is like really into it, so I played it a little bit with him. But some guy from Brazil had somehow gotten into my account, and I didn't know about it. And so I went to play one day, and they were like, yeah, your account's banned. Oh, and then I went, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it had turned out they had been emailing me for months. Like, hey, some dude in Brazil is in your shit. I'm like, okay,
that's what happened to my Riot account. I looked into it the other day. Yeah, that's when my shit got banned.
Stop using password 123, dude.
I don't know. It wasn't Brazil, but it was I think it was Colombia, maybe.
Oh, some dude was actually in Brazil that was getting into my account, but.
All right, so Apex Legends, they removed a technique called tap strafing, which pretty much only exclusively could be done by PC streamers, or PC gamers, I mean, where it allows you the ability to move midair. So if you're on the console, pretty much you jump, and you can keep your current trajectory, right? It's like the normal parabola or whatever, the jump shape. It's very predictable what happens after you jump. And there's no fall damage, so a lot of people in Apex Legends will jump from far heights, right? But if you use this technique in a PC, you can... So basically, you'd like tap your keys instead of holding it, and then that would allow you to move great distances and change your trajectory midair, which isn't able to be done by console players, right? So Apex Legends removed it from the game to keep console players competitive. So do you think it's more valuable for a game like Apex Legends to keep the game competitive than it is to keep it uniform and allow cross-platform to be more competitive?
It is cross-platform then.
It is cross-platform.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because I think I'm kind of torn, right? Because I want games to be competitive. I think that's the best way to balance games is you balance them for the best players, and then you match players with players at their current skill level. Is, in my opinion, the best way to do it.
There shouldn't be extra features, though.
What do you mean?
They shouldn't be able to do something I can't do. They should be like easier to aim, maybe, but they shouldn't be able to jump through the sky. I can't do that if I'm on a console.
So yeah, that's the thing is you can kind of do it if you jump from like a far distance on console. You just kind of quickly tap over on the thing, but it's not nearly as effective as like. I don't know if you guys could hear me slamming the thing, but obviously, like, so you very slowly move in the air for every input you make, but obviously if I'm slamming on the A button, I'm going to move left a lot quicker than someone who's sliding their joystick back and forth left,
Yeah.
You can mouse and keyboard on consoles now, though, or at least Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, it's on Nintendo Switch. It's on PS4 also. So,
who's playing Apex on the Switch? You are.
Oh, man, I'm sweating a little bit right now. Oh man, what are you asking these tough questions for? Man,
only scrubs.
Jeez. I like laying in bed sometimes,
Steam Deck, there you go.
Yeah. Because I'm honestly kind of torn on this. Because I think games should stay competitive. That's the best way to keep them balanced and keep them fair. But also at the same time, it's important to, keep them competitive across platforms. Because obviously, like, if you gave PC aim assist, it would just be ridiculous. And it would be completely unfair. So...
The most annoying thing is when you're playing ranked is like, oh, he's on PC, he's gonna destroy us. Like,
yeah,
he only killed me because he's on PC. That's so annoying. So if you could just make sure it's even, I don't have a distinct advantage.
You would
value
value
skill. So
you value.
I'm down for it.
Okay, you value keeping it fair across platforms.
If it wasn't intended, then yeah, just change it. Make sure everybody's even.
Yeah, because no, it's definitely not an intended thing, but it is a mechanic in the game. Is when you make the input to change midair, you get a little bit more of a boost than if you were just to hold it down and kind of move left in the air. When you start the motion, you get more, which is why like a rapid tap would get you more than someone kind of trying to like flick it left.
Look at our wrist.
All right. What else you got, Jordy?
You didn't even give me your opinion on it. I asked you a question. Jeez, man, what else do I got? I got my nuts in your mouth is what I got.
He's playing on the Switch. He's too busy at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Yeah, one down.
Sucker from the back.
All right, he's cracked.
Jeez.
No,
I'm down. He's over there.
Yeah,
he's over there.
He's over there. No. Yeah, I definitely like that they're unifying the playing, leveling the playing field. Yeah.
Okay.
Or if they don't want to fix that, then it needs to be. Then you can't have it be cross-platform. That's just the only way that it's.
Okay. Yeah, they spent all that time making it cross-platform. I can't imagine that they're gonna undo it all just to
keep some kind of glitch.
Yeah, keep the top level players from screwing each other over.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I was kind of torn on it too. So.
Give PC aim assist. Problem solved.
I might get back into Apex at that point.
I would.
All right. So last week, what?
Oh, I just was. There was a clip of a Rust streamer. I don't remember who it was. He was a mid-level. He was known, but not like a huge guy. And he's creeping through the swamp. Trying to make a play. Some guy runs up behind him and fucking shotguns him in the back or something. Man! The guy literally face rolls on his keyboard, opens his hack client.
Oh my god!
On stream, and he just looks. He's like, I gotta go and end stream. Deletes the VOD.
Oh my god!
I don't remember who it was. This was it's just. Oh, it was so good.
All right. So last week we talked about starting a new company, Archives Ammo, to help with the American ammo shortage, right? So I want to know, what other side hustles would you guys want to start with the boys?
So I've actually got some terrible news for you on the Archives Ammo company.
Uh-oh.
So I've done a lot more research.
Oh, don't tell me that. Last thing I need is facts and logic.
So the current ban, I read the whole thing on the ATF website. They have the possibility to deny new shipments coming in.
So they're denying all the shipments coming in is what you're telling me?
But all the previous ones, like from a Russian ammo producer for 37.9 billion rounds of 7.62 by 39, that is still coming.
Oh, okay.
And that was at the beginning of 2021.
And it's still coming?
It's still coming.
How are they shipping it over here? What are they doing? Shipping it by dog ass?
Shipping it by bike. Everyone take a basket.
Yeah, hey, all the Vladimirs, get over here. We're going to America.
Well, because they know if they send a singular crate at a time, they get more money out of it.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Well, they won't get more money out of it. The store selling it is going to get more money out of it.
Yeah. I was going to say, it costs so much to ship a crate. Might as well ship a whole truck,
Yeah. It's probably cheaper to ship in bulk.
I don't know how many Russians died during COVID. I would imagine an astronomical amount.
Zero of them died.
Yeah,
don't actually
none of them
even know
died.
if,
Have you seen the statistics?
We don't actually even know if Russia exists.
That's
Well, that too.
American propaganda.
They're just over there drinking so much vodka. Speaking of Russia, did you know there's 10 million more women than men?
That's false because women don't exist.
Yeah.
But if it did, that's a lot. And it's because there's such a big drinking problem over there. The men are dying.
So you're telling me there's a pretty good ratio. I might have to go to Russia.
Yeah.
That's the
I
opposite
think that's what
problem.
it
as,
sounds
like,
like.
If
China.
women existed, I'd be going
Archives
to
Russia is starting up.
Archives mail order brides.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey.
That's the side business you'd want to start with the boys is Archives mail order brides. We just go to put a bag on their head in Russia and fly them back.
We're getting into the business of literally kidnapping
Human
people.
trafficking.
That's a pretty good business. You have a few drinks with the boys. You're like, okay, I bet that blonde over there would snatch me probably 10 million on the black market.
Jesus.
For legal reasons, this is all a joke.
This is legally a joke.
This
We're
is
not even sure
satire.
Russia exists.
This is satire.
I
This is
think
all
I'm gonna have to
comedy
change my
content.
answer to Archives human trafficking with the boys.
Jesus Christ. I would not like that to be my
Okay, well,
answer
what-
for the record show. Something completely legal and squeaky clean is my
I know a guy.
my answer.
Okay.
Oops.
You know a guy out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Actually, that wouldn't surprise me.
All right,
That's
Wenzel.
cool,
What side business would you start with the boys?
I already got my side business going.
What?
I got my 3D printer back there, 3D printing cosplay shit.
Okay.
I've already got orders in.
OnlyFans.
With the boys?
Yeah.
No,
Guys
sorry.
only. It's a different version.
So what? We're selling like butthole pics?
No, it's a competitor to OnlyFans. Guys only.
I call sticking a
Bro.
corn
Only
cob
guys?
inside a gourd.
I'm
I'm working
interested
on
to hear what you got, Jordy, because you're kind
just
of the
told
side
you.
hustle. Well, yeah,
I
but what
just
else you
told
got?
you,
Because you're like the
Archives-
side hustle guy.
Archives human trafficking.
Oh, I'm sure you got. Well, you're like the side hustle. You're like literally the king of side hustles.
Okay.
Bro, OnlyFans? No, we're not doing that. That is too close to the My Little Pony bullshit. We're not doing that.
Big facts.
Hey, there's money in Brony fans. There you go.
Nope, don't put my name on it.
I'm just shooting. I'm an idea guy, okay?
I don't want to know what you're shooting, all right? You can
Only
hold your horses right there. Get it? Get it?
I would like to
Alright.
sign a petition to leave this podcast.
Oh,
Actually,
don't tell me
I
that.
don't have an outro, guys. It's been nice.
First and last, see ya.
All right.
I was thinking a weed growing business. You
Hey,
know?
so let me tell you about that.
Hold on. If you
Yeah.
choose your words carefully.
What do you
So
mean?
Texas is in the process of recreational legalization.
Yeah.
And I can tell you how many Texans down here know how to grow good weed. None.
Okay.
So we just need to get Patrick down here, give him
He
an
can get
apartment
his
with
life back together. Start growing dope again.
give him like 90 AC units and an air dehumidifier so he can leave.
He'll
And
have his
just
life
let it-
back together like in no time.
I could grow some killer shit.
Just
You
have
sent me
him
some
grow.
pictures of your products last week.
That wasn't mine.
Well, I mean, it's in the family, you know.
Yeah, that was yeah.
He grows it.
Oh, it's even bigger now. By the way, that one I sent you that was bigger than the trailer.
Yeah.
He knows the guy.
I was there yesterday
Kenny,
night.
no
right?
grown dope in the trailer.
There was even more plants than I thought. I only noticed a few of them that when I told you about it.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, "Yeah, there's even a couple over there by the one of them. You know how like you'll have like a rose bush or like a bush below your window. These people just had weed plants. It was just weed plants
Awesome.
as like a decoration. But then they're like, "Yeah, it's almost harvest time." I'm like, Jesus.
Oh my god.
It was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Do you think the neighborhood kids just like walk up and grab a
There's
nug?
no neighborhood kids. You don't know. I'll show you where it is later. There's no neighborhood kids around
If the
there.
DEA
Neighborhood
wasn't
meth
around enforcing these unconstitutional laws, I'd be starting Archives dope growing, you know?
Well, I mean, maybe I moved to Texas and we
Yeah, maybe
Human
I'll move-
trafficking
I
and
get
growing
out in a
drugs.
year, you know?
I got some land.
I can rent out my house,
Ooh.
live in a trailer. I'll be living the dream.
Well, I'll just go live in trailers on my land and grow
That's
weed.
what I'm saying.
Kill
That'd be a good
hogs,
idea.
cook them.
I'll grow the weed.
In traffic
I'll
Russians.
just be like manual labor, you know? And I'll be like Brooks taking a hit and be like, for the next 20 minutes, you know?
That was so good.
I'd be the new Brooks, except I wouldn't be as much as a dick. All right. Serious business, right? So today it's Wednesday, 11:45 Central Time. The Rust servers wipe in about 12 hours. What server are we playing on? I want the opinion of everyone besides Patrick because they're not bad, but they also haven't been the best. We could probably do better.
This is a good server. We have all of the BPs that we need.
Okay.
This is an official server.
Okay.
There's no team cap.
Okay.
I've been told that pop holds pretty good.
Okay. Because
server, Face Punch, East 4.
Mm-hmm. Face Punch,
right?
East 4.
Face Punch, East 4.
Okay.
Rango has all of the BPs that we need.
Doesn't it force wipe tomorrow?
BPs do not wipe on Face Punch servers except when Face Punch forces them, which is not frequent.
Okay. I'm with it.
You know what the problem with officials are, though? Giant Zergs.
That's fine. There's going to be like 12 of us.
We are the Zerg.
Yeah.
We're going to probably not out-Zerg the Zerg, but you know what?
We're
going to
be
come damn close.
It's going to be a real tryhard, is what you're saying.
I don't know. Like, official. I have played on some other official servers, though, like pretty recently. I played on like Rustified Medium 2, Rustified Medium 3 for a few wipes. Bi-weekly server, you'd think it's incredibly sweaty. It's mostly like small groups, like 3 to 6, 7, 8, that are all like, some of them are pretty sweaty, but it's not like, you know, there's usually like one Zerg, maybe 2, and they just kind of fuck with each other. And as long as you don't like piss them off, you're mostly fine.
That's our problem.
Well, then just, right, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Then I guess we die.
I mean, that's kind of how the game works, though. Like, I don't know. There's always that fear you piss off the wrong guy, you're going to wake up without your fucking house anymore. But, like, yeah, so.
All right. Before I hand over the reins to the podcast, we have our special Garth here. I have him saved on Snapchat as Mr. Incognito mode. So, I want to know something secret about you that is, it doesn't have to be embarrassing or anything, but just something that people do not know about you. I'll start. Mine, I'm going to share a hobby most people don't know about me. I'm really into cast iron. I like seasoning my cast iron. I like keeping my cast iron going. I look at like restoring some cast iron. What do we got to know about you, Garth?
How big are we talking? Like, how big of a secret?
Hey, I don't know.
Face reveal? No, not that big.
My god, I am like that guy. I'm like Spider-Man's boss. I need those damn Spider-Man pictures. I've been working for years on this.
I've never delivered pizza, so it's not helpful.
That's not okay. You can't tell us you've never delivered pizza. That's not
the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have pizza in your town?
There's a Hungry Howie's, I think.
There's a Casey's General
Casey's
gas station.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, the Hungry Howie's around here.
I live in a town with like 400 people in it.
We know that.
Fuck.
Yeah, I play Magic the Gathering sometimes.
Your name's Magic Man, so.
Am I telling something you don't know or people don't know?
That no one knows.
Because Patrick has stalked me so long, he knows everything.
That none of us would know about you. Like, you guys, you didn't know I was into cast iron. Always restoring my cast iron, you know, like cast iron cookware. Making sure it's seasoned, anti-slick. You didn't know that, I bet. I'll show you guys my
I did notice when I was at your house, there was some nice cast iron.
Quite a bit of cast iron around, but you probably didn't.
I wasn't sure if that was you or if that was.
She likes to cook. I just like the cast iron cookware.
Okay.
I don't know why that is. To me, honestly, it's kind of like an RPG game where like every time you cook on it and it gets a little bit better. It's kind of like.
But you can put it in the oven in the cast irons. That's what's really useful.
Yeah, I know. Every time you cook with it, it gets a little bit better.
It's that savor flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Flavor savor. That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
Savor flavor. I do savor the flavor.
All right, Garth. So tell us your secret.
We got to know something about each one of you.
I have a
12.
beard, but I like to keep it really short. There you go.
Oh.
If you see me on Snapchat, I have a very short beard on that.
Okay.
My character.
Okay.
I thought you were implying like we've seen you on Snapchat.
No, my
Like,
animated character, or whatever.
I was like, excuse the fuck out of me.
You guys don't get his face pics every day?
Yeah, I spam him Brooke style.
I only get the booty
honestly,
pic.
one day you're just gonna do it.
Face reveal coming soon.
No, what he's gonna do is he's gonna do it,
But you have to
and
send
we're
like
not gonna believe it's him.
exactly the same snaps that Brooke sends us. You're gonna be like, God, I went to Roundup again. God damn it, I'm out here on the boat again. God, they got me in the ambulance again. God damn it, it's just all of that shit.
I told
Yeah.
Patrick someday I'm gonna just like send a random person, but I'm gonna be in one of the random people, and he's not gonna know if it was me or not.
Oh, you're gonna be in him.
One person a day, but I'm gonna be one of them. He's not gonna know if it was me.
This is
Okay,
gaslighting. I'm being gaslit right now.
Are you gonna send him a picture from your Bronley fans?
All
If
right,
he pays.
next topic.
So, well, hold on. So, well, you didn't give something secret about you.
No,
Same with you, Wenzel.
I didn't want to hear about the
But Mr. Incognito Man says he likes to keep a beard, a small beard. That's some good information. I'm writing it down. What about you, Wenzel? What's something we don't know about you?
This might take you by surprise. I love hiking.
That's pretty gay.
Yeah, you would have never. I bet you would have never guessed that.
No.
I've actually got a hiking trip.
I've seen your gut.
in-
You're definitely on
Yep.
the cheeseburgers.
Yep. Oh yeah. But I've got a hiking trip in
Okay.
1.5 months.
Mhm.
I'm going to Montana with me and my cousins, and we're going on a weekend hiking trip.
What about me?
Mm-hmm.
I do know a lot about you.
Yeah, you guys mostly. Yeah, I don't know. I really like those. Like, this isn't like secret. I guess kind of. You guys probably didn't know, but you know those like old lighter restoration videos, or like old like an old rusty knife, or an old sword. Just all of that like old like restoration shit.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love watching that shit.
Okay.
I don't know why.
You know what I think
It's
it
just-
is?
What?
I think that men really like those videos and like how it's made and stuff because we like how things work, you know?
Yeah,
True.
that's totally what I love when you're seeing all
You'll
the.
see like how to make a
especially with, like-
hose and you're like, oh fuck, that's interesting as fuck. They put the
Or
rubber
fixing
in.
up an old car or something. That's like in a DNA.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about the like blacksmithing videos?
Oh, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
fucking
I
sick. Yeah.
fucking love watching a dude make an
Yeah,
axe.
there's so much of my Facebook recommended. Like, was literally have been watching one while you guys were talking at some point. I don't know what this shit is. Or do you guys ever watch like the household tips or like the super good tech hacks? And it's like
Oh my
you're
God.
gonna need a little bit of you're gonna need a couple basic tools, and the fucking tools are like a nuclear reactor, a plasma
Yes,
welder,
Yeah.
and an M82 tank. And
Yeah.
you're like, what the who would have any
I've
of
seen
this
that,
shit?
yeah.
Just go ahead and grab your pickle fork.
Hello,
Yeah.
yes,
Your-
I'm teaching you some very good basic household garage shop hacks.
Yeah.
First, you need RPG launcher, like
You need a tank lift? And it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, I got my side hustle idea. I got a new one.
Okay.
I need a shipping container. Actually, probably a couple shipping containers. A boat so I can cross the ocean. I'm getting into the arms dealing business. I hear there's a shit ton of firearms that were just left behind in some foreign
Oh
nation.
yeah, I need to get declared a terrorist
I don't know if
organization
you know
so I
this,
get left
but a
with.
boat's not going to get you there.
You know, it'll get you to Pakistan. You can hike the rest of the way.
You wouldn't be catching me hiking through. Oh, I don't think
Well,
so.
Wenzel
does
just
love
said he
hiking,
loves
though.
hiking, you know?
A white man hiking through the mountains, and oh yeah, that sounds.
Well,
like
he's
a
pretty
bad
dirty. He could
fucking
probably blend
idea.
in.
Yeah, I
You
just
get a bunch
gotta
of
like
Russian
roll
women, they
around.
can help carry the weapons through the
I hear he
desert.
doesn't
I-
like showering.
They don't like Russians either
Oh.
over there.
All right, who's got what?
I told you before I handed over the reins. I wanted to ask Mr. Incognito a secret question. That was it.
All right. So one thing I actually do want to see. We're gonna try to do this. I think within the next 2-ish weeks or so. We're gonna do the first 3 episodes of Loki. We're gonna be talking about that next week. It's on Disney Plus.
We low key gonna be talking about Loki.
We're gonna high key be talking about Loki.
Oh.
I recently watched, just finished it. I'm probably gonna rewatch it with the guys just so I don't do any spoilers. But yeah, it was definitely worth the watch. I'm not like a huge Marvel superhero guy, but it was definitely very good in my opinion.
Well,
So.
What If is coming out currently, so that'd be definitely. They were short too, so I think you could maybe throw one of those in there too. They're like 20 minutes or something.
What if I do?
That's like the new series for Marvel.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe like watch one episode of Loki and one episode of What If, and you talk about them or something. That could be cool. Figure it out.
Okay. That was just kind of a little, little thing. You guys wanna do that thing we do every week?
That thing we do?
That thing where we pass judgment on to others that may or may not want it.
Yes,
I do love
Actually, they do want it. They're literally asking.
Well, the people asking for it, they're asking us to pass judgment onto someone else who probably doesn't want it. Which is my favorite part because they're not.
I am opinionated.
Me too.
All right. Here's the first one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Too late. We're doing it. We're jumping in.
Dang.
Am I the asshole for telling my coworker I feel like she's being creepy?
Yeah.
So me, 20 male, started a job the other month. Okay, what the fuck kind of sentence is that? Anyway, and there was this girl, 21 female there. We started becoming friends, and after a couple of days, she was basically all over me. She was very touchy. She'd hug me all the time, put her head on my shoulders, rub my back, you name it. To be honest, I didn't mind it because I liked her, and I thought it was a sign that she liked me. It's just a retail job, so no career-ending chances, blah, blah, blah. After like a month of being shit scared, I asked her out, and she turned me down. However, she kept being touchy and everything, and after a bit, I realized I didn't like it. I kept asking her to stop, but she was like, since I didn't mind it before, it must have been fine. It almost turned it into a game where she tried to do it without me stopping her. Eventually, I was just... Jeez, this is terrible grammar. Eventually, I was just like, you need to stop now. And she was like, well, tell me why, which I did. What I said is I used to be fine with that because I thought you were into me. Now that I know you're not, I find it a bit creepy since we're not that close. And because you've ignored me asking you to stop. She basically ran off, and half an hour later, another coworker came up to me telling me that I've completely embarrassed her. And I was out of line as she was just being nice, and calling her actions creepy made me an asshole. Is this guy the asshole?
We take turns?
Yeah.
You go first, Garth.
Yes.
You made the mistake. You broke the awkward silence?
No, I'm pretty opinionated for it. So yeah, he is the asshole because some people are just affectionate, and guy brain goes, she touched me. She wants to have sex with me. Like maybe she's just trying to be, that's how she's friendly. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. Can I jump in here real quick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy, I do not think is the asshole. I definitely can understand that people have a way of being affectionate or being friendly with people, that, but especially in a workplace, like I got work, I have all kinds of, homies at work. I have friends that are men, women, all this, right? All different ages at work. There's a bunch of different people. That being said, I'm not going to go up to Susie Q and start, rubbing her back or doing that. First of all, that's just really weird, especially since I'm a guy. I feel like it's a little different if it's a girl, but it shouldn't be.
There is double standards.
But it shouldn't be. If a person is touching you and you ask them to stop, or, sure, maybe that could be read as some kind of advance. If you say, hey, do you want to go out? They say no, and then they keep doing it, and you say, hey, please stop that. I don't like that. And they keep doing it. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Second of all, you just shouldn't be doing that type of shit at work, whether that's just how I show that I'm being friendly. It doesn't matter. That you're in a workplace, have some damn professionalism. And sure, maybe you want to take your coworkers out on a date or whatever, but then fucking ask them and do that shit outside of work. You're there to work. You're not there to get handsy with the fucking lady next to you folding
Maybe
t-shirts.
she's the bad guy and she just likes the attention, but she doesn't want to ever touch him or doesn't want him to touch her.
Yeah, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It just shouldn't have happened in the first place. She's she's 100% the asshole for doing it to begin with, and even more double down the asshole for continuing to do it after this guy expressed that he did not want it to continue.
Yeah, so I pretty much agree with everything you just said. I just wanted to add that, like, if the roles were reversed, like, we
this
would
guy
all be
would've-
calling this guy
yeah.
like a creep. He might like be getting the police called on him, like, honestly, about going
Yeah.
around touching women. Like, no, you're not the asshole for telling this lady to stop touching you. It's one
That's
thing
the
if you
kinda-
think that, like, maybe she's attractive and he was trying to be in a relationship with her, and maybe that was her way, because a lot of women aren't just going to come up and ask you. Pretty much no woman is just going to come up and ask you to be like, oh, you want to go out, right? They have to be, like,
Yeah.
real friendly, and then you kind of have to ask them. But once it was established that, like, that's not what's going on, and she's just, like, touching you, like, no, like, you can't do that,
Yeah.
number one. And then number two, when he tells you to stop and you don't, like you said, you're doubly the asshole,
Yeah,
in my
100%.
opinion.
Like,
in
yeah.
my brain, I saw like he got rejected, he got mad, and that's what he came up with the excuse like it's creepy now because you don't want to have sex with me. He just mad because he got rejected. That's why I said he was the asshole.
Well, I
Okay.
think it was
Bad
creepy
for bad.
before,
I can
but
see
maybe
that.
he was trying to, like, maybe he thought, oh, there's something going on here, and, like, maybe I'll kind of see, like, maybe he really liked her and he, like, wanted to go out with her or whatever. And so, like,
It's all
less
her
creepy
intentions,
if
yeah.
you're what?
It's all her intentions. Like, is she doing it because she's friendly? Then she's not the asshole. If she's doing it because she likes teasing with no intentions of ever getting with him, but she likes whipping him up and getting him excited, then she's the asshole.
I don't think it's completely true. Like, obviously, if you're, like, trying to show that, like, you're interested in, like, a relationship with someone, and so, like, you're a girl, so you're not just gonna straight up say it, you're gonna kind of show it, then that's different. But even if you're not, like, I think you're still the asshole if you're just kind of doing it to do it, you know? Even if you just do it to everyone, like, you shouldn't go around touching people, you know?
Yeah. The most I have ever, like, made contact with another coworker of mine, like, if
There's
it's
a
one of
cricket in my
my
room.
if it's one of my buddies, you know, and we're, like, shooting the shit, you know, BSing around, whatever,
Hi.
I might, like, punch him. I might like punch him on the arm, or, you know, oh, I got, you know, or I'll, like, you know, give him a pat on the, oh, good job with that, buddy, you know, give him a pat on the back. But, you know,
All right, I'm
not,
back.
you know, I have never had the desire to, like, and you know, any of that. Like, that's not what, that's work, dude. No.
Yeah.
And,
the
like,
only
if
time-
this,
Oh,
go ahead.
I was gonna say the only time I've ever touched someone is, like, strictly for the work of business. I don't think I've ever touched anyone for, like,
Yeah, or, like, shaking their hand.
yeah, yes. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like introducing myself or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, like, I did
And,
PUBG
like-
sticks one time, but
I don't know what that is. Tell me later. Yeah, I don't know. Like you had said, if the roles were reversed, like if this was a dude that, like, your sister came home and told you, oh, there's this guy at work, like, dude, that's the type of dude that gets stomped the fuck out.
yeah, for real.
Like, that's, yeah.
You call the boys and they roll up in the big lifted, loud ass truck with sledgehammers.
All right, what do you think, Wenzel?
I now know why Garth doesn't let me put my bed next to his in Minecraft.
I keep telling you no when you keep doing it. You're sexually harassing me.
It's because you stole my villagers and put them in a
Just because I'm
hole.
touching you all the time, you think there's something there.
Oh no, the girl is the asshole in this scenario.
Okay.
Very much the let me rub up on your belly, slap it, say you're doing good, and then when they throw up, you're like, hey, oh. Next thing you know, you're kicked out of a bear.
Yeah. All right.
Bugle sticks.
All right, here's another one. Am I the asshole for frightening a snooping neighbor by opening my door and causing her to fall? There's a little bit of typo here. Apparently, this female is 337 years old.
God damn, little mama.
Live alone in a pet-friendly, no breed restrictions apartment building in a U.S. city that has significant crime. Our building has 2 units on the first floor, 2 on the second floor, and 1 on the third. I live on the third floor. I don't share a landing with any of my neighbors, and anyone coming up to the third floor is coming there for me. We do not have a secured gate or a front door to the building. I have a 40-pound dog, not aggressive in the slightest, does not have leash aggression, does not resource guard. She does have one guarding tendency, and due to where I live alone, I fostered this. She will bark at the door when someone is outside. She is part hunting hound, so she has a very big vocal bark. I've always found this comforting because I will always know if someone is coming when I'm not expecting anyone. Sometimes people will come up to lurk on my landing who have no business being there, and my dog will scare them away. She also lets me know when deliveries have been dropped off. A downstairs neighbor, 45 to 50 years old-ish, female, from the first floor, has been up on my landing several times. She'll sometimes bring up packages or mail if it's left downstairs, which is nice, but I've seen her through the people lurking around without anything to leave for me. One time she moved my doormat. She has seen me walking my dog several times outside of my apartment, and my dog is always wagging her tail. She's asked several times where my other aggressive dog is because she's been up to my landing and hears the dog's barks. I've told her each time that I only have one dog and that she just sounds like she's aggressive through the door, but she hasn't stopped asking about my other dog. Last week, my property manager emailed about reports that I may have 2 dogs, which is fine, just to let them know because they want to know how many animals are in the building. I wonder how they got this report. Today, my neighbor was on my landing again. From my peephole, I saw her bending down in front of my door, but couldn't tell what she was doing. So I swung my door open, with my dog standing beside me, loudly barking. She got spooked from the noise and fell on her ass because she was leaning down to look under my doormat again. I said, "See? Just the one dog, like I told you." Then I realized she may have injured herself when she fell, and I offered to help her up, but she just stormed off, calling me an asshole and a bitch, and said the building was better before I moved in. I've lived here for 5 years, and this is the first time I'm having this issue. My sister told me I'm an asshole because I could have given the women a heart attack by frightening her. I kind of see her point, however, I did not know she was going to fall over. I still do not know what she was doing on my landing. Other tenants have dogs too, and you can hear all the dogs barking anytime a delivery car pulls up. Am I the asshole? I don't know why there was all this extra information. But...
All right, if I'm going first again, this is the easiest one you guys have ever done. This nosy old B-word lady.
Fucking
Karen. Over.
I was expecting her to have fallen down the stairs when I only
nudge her down the stairs. She's so
let her
nosy.
fucking go.
She's a narc. If you did have 2 dogs, none of her business.
Yeah.
She has 50 cats. We all know it.
Not only is she a fucking Karen, fucking creepy, but she's a fucking narc. Fuck out of here.
Come on. Easy one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have watched the previous episode of the podcast, but this fucking lady goes over the river.
Yeah. This lady is on the other side of the river with all the other assholes we found on the subreddit. Even if this lady did fall down the stairs, did break a hip, what the fuck are you doing up there anyway? It's none of your business. And if you're allowed to open your own door. You know, depending on the state you live in, you're totally allowed to do that, you know? And shoo off would-be trespassers. You're not the asshole at all.
State you live in, that area is considered part of your home, and you can legally shoot them.
Yeah.
Especially if they're fucking with your doormat.
She said it's a big city with a lot of crime, so I'm assuming it was like Chicago, which it would not be allowed. But where I live, if you're there, I could just, you know, I can't just shoot you straight off the bat, but... If you show up with a gun, I could just start shooting through the door. I got an AR-15. You're not going to last very long, I'll tell you what. I got some 30-round mags. I got some drum rounds coming in. I'm not even going to have to reload.
You got your body armor yet?
No.
I got some level 4 plates sitting in a carrier.
We got Archives armor coming out soon.
Ooh.
I'll be the Archives armor.
I don't think anyone's taking the side of the old lady here.
No.
So.
No. God, no.
She's nosy.
No.
Good for nothing.
If she wants to come move my doormat, she can say hello to my rifle.
If it was the landlord, maybe I could understand because obviously they need to make sure they know how many
enforce
animals.
The rules. But yeah, she's not like the deputy of the building.
she's not. Yeah, exactly. The little deputy.
She's not the dog police.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of a situation where this old lady isn't the asshole, but I just can't. I don't know. I guess she was talking to her sister, and her sister kind of made it seem like, oh, you're a bad guy because you tried to scare this old lady. Rightfully so. Get the fuck out of my, you know.
Yeah, get off my fucking property.
I mean, I don't think that's her property, but, like, you don't have any business being there. You're really suspicious, and it's If you try and scare someone off from hanging out right outside of your door, like that's not your fault. Your door is it's not quite like your home, but like it's
Close
pretty.
enough.
It should be a secure place for you to feel comfortable, on your doorway.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't be nude there, but like you should feel safe there.
That's the best one. You get the big loud dog. You open the door and like a
Yeah.
G string with your 12 gauge. Oh, hey, I
America.
didn't see you there.
Yeah.
You want to see my
Then she
wiener
gets a
dog?
heart attack.
That's not my problem.
Yeah.
That's Brooks's problem.
Jeez.
She hasn't seen a man in 20 years.
I knew they were downgrading in size, but damn.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna have Magic Man's links in the description.
Obviously.
I don't actually think we have an outro.